So here's a cool new addition to my tractor equipment. You guys probably saw the Speco Cat 1E hitch. This is a quick connect that I got from a 3-point attachment. Actually saw this on a YouTube channel called Good Works Tractor. And it looks super cool because it doesn't require the bushings you might normally need for 3-point implements to attach. It's slotted down so it's the right size for the standard pins. And then you just lock it in place and you're good to go. But you guys saw the little triangle shaped kind of multi-hitch trailer towing adapter that I got. Don't like it. The main reason I don't like it, I expressed in another video, where when you turn too sharp, or not even too sharp, but you just try to turn hardly at all, the A-frame will come in contact with the actual frame of the trailer towing attachment. So I don't like that at all. Instead, same company sells this as well. And this is a lot nicer because it gives me a 2-inch receiver. And as you can see, I have my pintle in here already. And this works a lot better. It fits perfectly. And this is going to give me a lot more flexibility. It does not come with the balls already on it or a shackle in the center. But for what I need, I think this is going to work out a lot better because I can use my pintle as almost like a large shackle. And I can also use it to kind of hook underneath the couplers of trailers to move it around. This is very cool. I think it's going to work out much better. They both fit directly into the Speco Quick Connect, but the thing to keep in mind here is that it won't fit here if you have the lock washer on. So the split washer, when it's in here, this is a little too wide for it. I do wish they'd make it maybe a 1/2 inch narrower just so you can use your split washers in here to hold it in place. But, you know, I don't think I'm gonna have any issue. Mainly because this is such a tight fit up against that, there's really no way for this to actually unscrew because it's gonna run into the side of the actual Speco. So that's pretty cool. I am much happier with how I think this is gonna function for me because I'm not gonna have that interference that I had before. And if I want this to stick out even further, I can just flip this whole thing around and I can have it stick out a little further. But this is definitely the stronger way to set it up, where you have it pinned in the back. And as long as you have a long enough shank right here to go into the receiver, you should be in good shape. But yeah, I'm interested in getting this out and testing it. First time I do, I'll let you guys know. What's going on, guys? So, got a little bit of a problem out here at my Texas Pride tilt deck trailer. You probably see the battery charger I currently have hooked up to it. I have 2 deep cycle batteries in here that they installed whenever they built the trailer, and they're both dead. And the solar panel that they installed up there is providing about 12 volts of power. The problem is it's not enough to keep the batteries charged, and they're dying out here, mainly because I'm under a bunch of trees. So all my batteries are dead, and the last couple times I've needed to use the trailer, the batteries were pretty weak because honestly that's a very small solar panel to keep 2 batteries maintained. It would probably help maintain 1 battery better than anything, but with 2 batteries it's just not enough. So I have my battery charger out here right now. I've been charging them both, and they're probably at about 60% now. There is a battery charger right here, but I ran into kind of a weird scenario. I was plugged in to this battery charger right here, giving it power. Everything looked like it was going really good. The batteries were filling up. Then I came out here the next day and none of the lights were on here except the flashing light that said it was charging, but the batteries were completely dead. So I don't really know what's happening and I'm kind of confused. I have a feeling the battery charger right here might be bad. And this is a pretty good battery charger. You know, I've seen these before and they're actually pretty high quality battery chargers. If I press the little check button right here, you'll see how 3 of the lights come on saying that the battery's good. So, you know, I am charging them independently right now, and that might be the reason why those lights are kicking on. So from a testing perspective, it may be working, but it doesn't appear to be charging. Okay, so I got a bit of an update going on here. So I disconnected this charger that all the batteries were roughly at about 100% at this point, or about 90%. I disconnected the charger and it looked as if the charger that was installed on here was still functioning. So I decided to go ahead and plug the cord back into it, come out today just to kind of see what conditions the batteries were at, and it would help me determine if the charger itself may have been bad. So let me go show you what that charger looks like. So this is the charger tester that they install from the factory at Texas Pride. It's actually a pretty good quality unit. I looked these up. These are about 80 bucks. It's a smart charger, fully automatic charger, 5 amp, gives you your power on, charging, and charge status, and it gets you a tester right here, which you can press and it will tell you what condition the battery's in: poor, fair, good, or good. but typically it's going to be one of these three. And when it's charging, you can also see where it's specifically at. Well, I had this one charging all last night. I came back out today, and this was simply to do my due diligence before I plugged in that other charger, before I connected it. And the batteries are completely dead. I mean, down to 0%. There's no power left in them at all. When I put my multimeter on them, they were only showing at about 4 or 5 volts. So they were pretty much dead. What I like about these chargers that I'm using is they have a repair feature, which is supposed to work. So we'll see. But yeah, this one's gone. I went ahead and removed it. And this is made by Brightway Group. Again, these have pretty good reviews, to be honest. But, you know, everything can break. And you can see the box is a bit swollen up right here on the side. I don't know if that's indicative of a component inside possibly going bad. When you plug it in, it does say power on, and when you have it on the batteries, it does say charging. But we plugged it in because it's a smart charger, a fully automatic charger. When we put it on the multimeter, it read 0 voltage coming out simply because it didn't detect a load. So it's kind of hard to check whether or not these are working. Anyways, we have the NOCO connected, so we're going to see how that works. All right, so here is the NOCO Genius, the Gen Pro 10x1 or 10x1. It's not specifically connected yet. I have it mounted. I have it connected to my negative positive terminals on the battery, and I have the plug, which I'm going to put right here, which is where that opening was for the factory charger. I'm going to put the flat back on. I'll just leave the cable inside of here, and if I ever need to use it, I'll feed it through here so I can plug an extension cord into it. Right now, we're using my Schumacher charger right here. It's charging at 15 amps rapid charging, standard battery. And like I said, it was at like 1% when we first plugged this in. So not even that, it was at 0, and then it finally moved to 1%, and it was only putting out about 5 volts. So this should take a little while to get ready. Once we're completely set up and these batteries are charged with this, I'm going to go ahead and plug this in just to see what kind of status it says the batteries are at. This is completely smart in terms of charging. It can let me know what's going on. It can charge up to 10 amps. So this can actually charge a pretty big setup. I think 230 amp hours worth of battery. So that's a pretty nice setup. But again, I want to get this thing on it just so I can get it going. I can get more information in terms of what's going on with the batteries using this one right now. Once we get them at least to a manageable level, we'll connect these. For all I know, the batteries could be bad at this point. Hopefully they're not, but hopefully we can get them back up to where they need to be. But yeah, we have this connected. Everything's kind of routed where it needs to go. I'll move the wires so they're going through the little loops here in a little bit. And there's the pump. Got my 2 batteries. This is actually a battery disconnect right here, which I planned on installing actually a long time ago, and I just haven't had a chance to install. So I may put that on real quick as well, just so I can have a means of just shutting everything down. But we got a lot going to them because we have both the power switches here for the lights. One of them is the big BTBRV logo that they made up top here, and the other one are these 2 scene lights in the back that cast light into the back of the tilt deck back here. But yeah, everything's coming along at this point. Hopefully this resolves my issues, and hopefully it was just a bad charger. But super cool. Got this from eTrailer. Very, very cool product. About $100. You know, it's definitely on the higher end of what these things are. What I liked about the one that was there is that it simply mounted to the inside right here, and you had the plug right here, so you could just plug right into it. Whereas this one, I had to find a mounting location for it, and then the cord, again, I have it ran along the inside here, and it's coming out right here, but I'll put the cover right here out for it. The other one's just a little easier from a management perspective. However, what's nice about this one is I don't need to drill a giant hole in the trailer. If I was simply adding this to a trailer that did not have a charger on it, that would actually be the easier one to use. So all in all, very cool. Gonna get this thing hopefully charged up, and I'll report back to you on how all of this is working. I'm pretty confident I'm not gonna have any issues with this, and if that was truly the issue, at least the other charger, then this should be a big upgrade. But I will put a link in the description if you're interested in getting one of these. These can come in handy for a lot of scenarios. If you have your RV parked at your house and you want a means of charging it without having to run like a 30 or 50 amp plug, this can come in really handy because you can plug this in or connect this to the front of your RV, have it connected to your batteries, and simply plug into it, which is really nice. So really, really good accessory to have on just about any trailer that has batteries, as long as you park it near a 120 power source or an AC power source that you can plug into it to keep it charged. And again, because it's a smart charger, you can keep it plugged in all the time, and it will adjust to the current that it needs to keep the batteries going. So very, very cool. Again, I'm pretty confident this is going to be a good product. I've used their products in the past. You know, when it comes to battery related stuff, you can't really go wrong with Schumacher. You can't really go wrong with NOCO. So you really get a good product for what you pay when it comes to this stuff. And this isn't even that expensive. This is like 60 bucks, you know, and it gives you a really good means of keeping your batteries maintained. It's smart. It knows when they're full. It knows if your batteries are bad. You know, it's not indicating I have a bad battery. So I'm pretty confident I'll be able to get these going again. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.